G'day folks. It's one of those Sundays again. I was pretty busy yesterday, so I didn't get any shop work done, so apologise for no Saturday stuff, but we'll do a bit of tinkering around out here, continue the tidy up, and for now just have a good old ramble on about something. For starters, yes, I have been baiting the flaggots. I put that microwave one up simply just to bait them, and I was going to pull it down straight away afterwards, but I didn't get round to it, and due to the positive support and everything that's on it, I'll just leave it there. You know, it'd look more like I'm caving in if I deleted it, even though I wouldn't delete it simply because they'd flagged it. I was just using it as bait as part of a trial program. I'm trying to build up a background on why these people might be doing it, but so far it's been completely impossible. The attacks may be coordinated, but they are definitely not set on one certain goal. Like, certain videos I've put up have been completely left alone, and certain ones have been hit, and it's really hard to build up a possible profile on these people or person, or it has to be people, because I've done another test and had somebody I know try and flag some of my nondescript videos with very low view counts and just my crappy old basic videos. They've tried 3 different videos and none of them got flagged, so it's got to be more than one click of the flag button to do it. I don't know how many, I don't really want to test it too much, but by the looks of it, it's coordinated with multiple people. It might just be coincidence that there are a few more haters floating around at the moment and they have been clicking the other videos but not enough to get it to go. But yeah, it's really hard to understand why, because it can't be about the fire. I've done a good few fire videos and things, and they haven't none of them have come up flagged. It's only just been recently. I know there's one hater out there who wants to execute anyone who destroys washing machines, and that's initially who I thought it might have been when the washing machine flame spin vid got flagged, and comments warning of flagging were posted on a number of my other washing machine destruction videos. Like, this guy's batshit crazy, I'll give him that much. Absolutely batshit insane. He wants to execute me for destroying a washing machine, so he's obviously got serious sexual attraction to washing machines and other inanimate objects. His profile said he was bisexual. I don't know whether that has anything to do with it. I don't hate on gay people at all. I have quite a few friends and good subscribers who are homosexual, so don't assume that I hate them. It just may be part of the psychological profile for this person. I'm not going to post names or anything. I believe he's disappeared for now. There was enough other people just smashing the crap out of his channel and everything to probably get rid of him. But there are people like that who are just batshit insane about the most unusual of things. It's really hard to understand. And there's generally a fanboy group for every kind of appliance and machinery and everything, but it's okay to be a fanboy of a certain brand and everything, but when you go to one extreme and just become that fanatical about it that you want to kill people over it, you've got to go see a therapist. It's as simple as that. You need therapy, boy. So yeah, it's really hard to understand. I'm not going to go into it too far. To be honest, it doesn't bother me that much if the occasional flame vid gets flagged. It still gets a ton of views. I just don't make much money off it, if any. So I'm still going to try various other tests, like uploading with different... well, you probably figured it out by now. The last flame spin one, which I called a backyard heater, that worked out quite well actually, so maybe that's a good trend to follow. I know whoever flagged it's definitely going to be watching this, so don't worry, I'm onto you. And it'll only be a matter of time. Well, I might not find you, but I'll at least get flag immunity through YouTube partner support, and that is possible. Certain megatubers, naming one as KipK, seem to be able to upload some pretty dangerous stuff which a lot of people watch. And do any of his vids get flagged? Not at all. I believe the last one I saw was he was showing how to make a hardwired explosives igniter from a match and a resistor and a battery. I believe that falls under the category of bomb making techniques on the YouTube terms of service, and is also something which would definitely get flagged, but it has not been touched, at least not the last time I checked. Now, if I were to put up a video of making a hardwired electrical explosives igniter, which even in the video he said was ideal for setting off much bigger devices, So he's actually encouraging people to make bigger booms and just use this crude little E-match to set them off. Not even giving them the correct cooldown time, which I believe is 15 minutes on a hang fire or a misfire. It's just dangerous. Like, I don't want to teach people that sort of stuff. I'm not going to. And yeah, other people seem to be able to get away with it. Same with drug-related stuff. That's all on there. Sexually explicit stuff's all over the YouTube, and it's not flagged. So they're not. The flaggers on my channel aren't doing it because they're goody-goodies. They're doing it simply because they've got to stick up their ass about something. They probably just don't like the fact that I'm climbing the ladder pretty quick at the moment and getting popular, and they just want to try and pull me down. But hey, it ain't gonna work. I ain't gonna fly off the handle and do anything stupid. I ain't gonna destroy my camera. I know Photonic Induction did a couple of quite amusing videos on that stuff, but no, you won't see it from me. You don't bother me that much. So might as well go back to your bitter little lives and do something else. Remember, this channel was founded on information more than just burning stuff. I didn't feel particularly happy about putting that microwave video up there, but hey, now that it's up there and everyone likes it, it can stay. So fuck yous all, haters. As you can see, I've been tidying up down there. The generator's outside under the carport, and so is the Toyota Corolla engine, so I'm making some room for more stuff. I want to drag this Westinghouse housing out and continue with that once I get a decent amount of room to work. So that's the old aim of the game in the next month or so, is to try and liquidate some stuff and clear out some room. What was another thing I was going to cover? Oh, if anyone knows, my battery meter on the iPhone, the battery seems to be charging fine. It holds charge for ages, but the meter suddenly stopped working. Does anyone know how to reset or fix that? I believe it'd be an inbuilt thing in the battery itself, maybe, or measured off battery potential. So I don't know, it's not that important, but I just noticed it wasn't working the other day. I'd had it on charge all night and it still showed low battery. I forgot to do a little video on this, but one of my subscribers in Western Australia sent me this neat little micro ITX case to build something with. I'm going to get a good main board and other bits and pieces. It's made by Silverstone. It's got a 350 watt power supply, wireless Xbox 360 receiver, and not much else. So I've got to get a decent little hard drive. It does have bays for laptop hard drives, which would probably be better than trying to stuff a full 4.5 inch drive in there. But yeah, that might go well with the 50-inch Samsung television actually. Put that next, I'll set that up next to it with a wireless keyboard and mouse and use that as a living room gaming station. And you can get some pretty good micro ITX boards these days, so that should go down pretty well. Anyway, as you can see, it's slowly getting cleared out. I want to finish the magneto for the sundial engine and then work on the carburetor on that. Definitely going to scrap that Jag engine soon. I've been meaning to do it for a while, but I just didn't have crane access. But I do now, so I can start unbolting all the ancillaries and boxing them up for Brad. I'm going to box up as much as I can, but the block itself and the old bell housing and torque converter and all that stuff are pretty much scrap. They're well and truly flogged out. I know these blocks can be re-sleeved, so if I do get the head off, assuming I get the head off, we can probably send the block and everything off for Rico as well. Brad knows tons of Jag parts suppliers and Rico shops and things, so if it goes to a good home, it goes to a good home. I don't want anything for it. It's done me more than enough entertainment, and you guys seen enough good videos of it, so yeah, it won't be running again. The distributor's in bits. The starter motor's been sold to someone else, so it can just come apart. Anyway, there's not much else on at the moment. I might make this a several piece video. I did have some shots from Friday night tidying up, but it was all sort of hit and miss. There's bits and pieces everywhere. Jay the Aussie came over for a few hours and we mucked around until it got about dark, and then I lost interest in cleaning up and just potted around in here and eventually had a nice little microwave barbecue. And yes, that's not how you're supposed to preheat a microwave, or preheat the oven. It's a little bit dead. Anyway, I've got other bits and pieces I found in the carport area. That goes with the white 100 volt DC Hodson and Galt generator. Or supposed to anyway. I don't know if it does for sure because the voltage is a lot higher. And it has a 3-phase outlet on it, so it might be from a different generator. Just looking at the way it's wired, so maybe it isn't from the Hodson and Galt. But either way, it's got some water damaged panel meters. Those two there might clean up. That one's definitely trashed, and I think that one still works. So there's a few nice bits on it. Cast alloy switch outlets. Yeah, not bad. Overall, it's not a bad day today. And I know some of you wanted to see this thing connect to the inverter while it was running, so I couldn't help myself. I had to wire a contactor across it. Well, it seems to have gotten rained on those, so we'll do that once it's dried out. See if this thing smokes or chokes, dies. I'm guessing it'll come to a screaming halt. I think I let the smoke out of this one. Yeah, there's the cap still strapped in under there. It's all bloated on the other end. And that's what I was initially microwaving. This thing was a gutless piece of crap. It couldn't even burn up a TV and board. It was one of those little micro Chinese televisions without the plastic casing on it, just the board and the CRT. Oh well, I popped it. There we go, that's modern art out of a television tube. It's extremely fragile, but most of it's there. You can see the anode. It's part of the front glass and the piece that was missing. And the rest of the front glass is largely intact. It's just melted and cracked. Extremely fragile though. That's where the neck was attached. The neck came off in the plastic tub outside. And that was the microwave cavity light bulb. Quite clearly imploded, well, melted before it could get hot enough to explode, so it just sucked in on itself, imploded. The glass itself isn't broken, it's just lost the end plug, which held part of the filament. Although the filament's still in there. Yes, extreme heat can be very fascinating. Amazing. So yeah, what can I say? It's not going to be an easy thing to sort out. Flaggers will always be harder to detect than, well, most terrorists, because at least terrorist groups own up to what they do. Flaggers, I've only ever seen one person, or two, say that they're flagging a video. One of them was on Photonic Induction's video. I think it was when he was boiling a car battery or something. And some dickhead was smart enough to say, I'm flagging this because it's dangerous. Needless to say, it was torn to pieces and put on my block list along with everyone else who's seen it. But the point is, somebody who's got the time to sit down and wait for my videos to go online has obviously got the time to make numerous fake accounts and use them for the same kind of evil doing. So yeah, who knows, it might just be a delinquent little child who keeps getting beat up at school, so he comes home and takes it out on people who can't beat him up. It's quite often the case. Yeah, the psychological profile would be quite fascinating to examine. I've actually been into I haven't been into psychology as a profession or anything, but I've always found psychology to be quite interesting. It's just a subject I've been interested in, and that's why I'm paying particular attention to what's going on. Psychological issues like these, well, they don't particularly make me angry, but it's just fascinating. I know it's a minor inconvenience for some people not being able to watch my videos and things, but oh well. I'll always find new ways to do things, and there'll be more fun in the future. Like I said before, I get a lot of people commenting on how great my machinery repair videos are and things like that, and that makes it all worthwhile. I'm not so fussed about the fire stuff either. That's just cheap entertainment. I'd rather be posting videos of industrial machining practices and other stuff. I wish I could do videos at work, but I don't want to push me luck too much, even though we don't really do anything that's particularly unique. It's just we're the best in the industry, so why would you want to risk our competition getting the upper hand? That's fair enough. Anyway, other news, well, yeah, I'm going to go shopping for micro ITX computer bits. I got an email on Friday night saying that the company I bought originally bought 2 tyres for the micro from, they finally got home from a month-long holiday. And this was after I put in numerous PayPal requests and complaints and things, and emailed every possible site in every possible way, because apparently Aussie Tyres, which I'm trying to load at the moment, is linked to saveontyres.com.au, and I didn't know that at first. Aussie Tyres was showing out of stock, so I went to Save On Tyres for the size I want, and I got it. I got 2 of them, and it's been just over a month and I still haven't seen them yet, but I got a message saying that they were away on holiday for the last month, and their web services or web sales were suspended, obviously. It would be kind of nice if they put that on the site. That's all. That's my only gripe. It'd be nice if they'd put that on the site, or send out an email to people who'd placed orders saying, hang on, we're going on holiday, it might be a month or so before your products get shipped out. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever use them again. It was a great deal the first time when I got the tyres for the Ford. They were very cheap. They were made the same year that I bought them, so they weren't old stock, and they came within a week. And that was pretty good, but this time round, nah. I ended up buying 4 off eBay, assuming that my $110 was lost to this mystery company, or Incommunicado company. And apparently now I have 6 tyres, so, oh well. I'll put a new one on the spare, because the spare's as old as the car is itself, and the other one can just stay in stock. Doesn't matter, they're only $50 each, $60 each. But yeah, that's the site. Free shipping, it's a pretty good deal, but I don't know. I'll message them before I buy anything first and make sure they can dispatch within the next week, not next month. So, I don't know, maybe it's just a fuck up on their behalf, or I don't know. Word of advice, if you run an e-store or something and you're going on holiday, make sure your customers know it. Because I was wondering whether or not I was going to get that money back, and I filed PayPal complaints and everything, like did not receive product complaint. So yeah, you got to be careful with that sort of stuff. Anyway, I'm going to get back to tidying up, and I hope you enjoy this extra long version of Ramblotronic Sunday. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.